When I first arrived in Singapore, everything felt like a dream. The bustling city, vibrant culture, and stunning skyline were like stepping into a new chapter of my life. As a foreigner, finding a place to call home was my top priority. Although I didn't know much about the rental process, I was eager to settle down and start my new life. That's when I met Daniel. He seemed professional, confident, and above all, he spoke perfect English, something I found incredibly reassuring. He told me about a beautiful condo in Bukit Timah, a prime location close to everything I needed, and offered to take me there immediately. I was thrilled. As soon as I stepped inside, I was sold. The condo had an open layout, plenty of natural light, and everything I'd ever dreamed of. I could see myself living there, starting a new chapter of my life in this beautiful space. Daniel, noticing my excitement, wasted no time pressuring me to act quickly. He emphasized that the unit was in high demand and that he had already received inquiries from several other people that day. He insisted that if I wanted to secure the place, I needed to sign the lease and make the deposit immediately. My heart raced as I tried to process everything. When I asked for a day or two to think about it, Daniel dismissed the idea, stating that he couldn't hold the unit without the lease and deposit. He spoke with such confidence, claiming that the condos in Bukit Timah were snapped up quickly and that I wouldn't find another deal like this. He urged me to trust him, making it seem as though any hesitation would mean losing the opportunity. Feeling immense pressure and not wanting to lose the perfect place, I reluctantly agreed. I suggested leaving a small deposit to secure the unit, but Daniel insisted that the owner required a full 3 months' rent up front to show commitment. He presented me with a thick stack of documents, explaining that it was a standard lease agreement. His relentless persuasion left me little room to think, and under his watchful eye, I felt compelled to sign. I handed over $15,000 in rent and signed the lease on the spot. Although a part of me felt uneasy, I convinced myself that I had made the right decision. I moved into the condo the following week, eager to start this new chapter. A month later, my excitement turned into a nightmare. It was a Saturday morning when a middle-aged man appeared at my door, furious and demanding to know what I was doing in his condo. Stunned and confused, I tried to explain that I was renting the place, showing him the lease agreement I had signed with Daniel. His expression darkened as he examined the document, declaring that it was a forgery and that he had never agreed to rent his condo. He ordered me to leave immediately, threatening to call the police. Panic set in as I realized that I had been scammed. Daniel's number was disconnected, and I was living in a condo I had no right to occupy. The owner, initially hostile and insistent that I leave, softened when he saw how genuinely shocked and distressed I was. He listened as I recounted the entire ordeal, describing Daniel and the circumstances under which I had signed the lease. Realizing that I was just another victim of a sophisticated scam, he decided to help me. He suggested we go to the police together, recognizing that Daniel needed to be stopped. At the police station, I was terrified and ashamed, feeling foolish for falling for such a scam. The owner stayed with me, supporting me as we gave our statements to the officers. The police took our statements seriously and immediately began their investigation. They asked for every detail I could remember about Daniel, his appearance, mannerisms, and even the car he drove. To my surprise, the police acted quickly. Within a few days, they had managed to track down the car Daniel had used, linking it to several similar scams reported across the city. They also discovered that he had been using multiple aliases and had targeted several expatriates in high-end neighborhoods, using forged documents to secure rental deposits before disappearing. The officers informed me that they were closely monitoring his movements and were confident they could apprehend him soon. I felt a glimmer of hope. Maybe, just maybe, I could get some justice. A week later, I received a call from the police. They had arrested Daniel. It turned out he was trying to pull the same scam on another unsuspecting expat when they caught him in the act. The police found fake leases, forged documents, and evidence linking him to numerous other scams during a search of his apartment. I was called in to identify him, and when I saw Daniel in custody, a mix of relief and anger washed over me. He looked so different from the charming, confident man I'd met. Now he was just another criminal caught in his own web of lies. The police assured me that with the overwhelming evidence they had collected, Daniel would be facing serious charges. Although I knew it would be a long legal process, I felt a sense of closure, knowing he wouldn't be able to hurt anyone else the way he had hurt me. Through the ordeal, I learned a hard lesson: never to trust someone just because they seem nice. In Singapore, all property agents must be registered with the Council for Estate Agencies, CEA. It's crucial to verify an agent's credentials by checking their CEA registration number on the CEA's public register to ensure they are licensed and have no disciplinary actions against them. The efficiency of the Singapore police was impressive, and I was grateful for their swift action. Looking back, I realized how easily I was swayed by Daniel's urgency and charm. Scammers prey on trust and urgency, so it's essential to take your time, verify everything, and not let anyone pressure you into making a decision.